credit. You ready? You guys ready? Rik.
I love this guy. Rik.
We are live. How you doing, man?
Can't complain. Yourself?
Did I shock you? Did I scare you? Are you okay with us being live?
Yeah, of course.
Are you ready?
I'm all ready. I'm all yours.
Because the people are ready, man. They're ready for you. They want to hear what you got to say, my friend. So let's talk. What's up? Since the last time...
I need the link for this so we can send it out to our people.
The link for this show?
Yeah. Give the link for this.
How
How do people get on live right now?
The best way for people to get on live is to... You know what? Hold on. Let me share with you the link. Give me 1 second. I can do that for you. I can do that for you. The beauty of technology, my friend. The beauty of technology. We can do it all, can't we? I am going to find you the link. Actually, I got to find it on a different computer. Hold on 1 second. Live stream. Are you on Facebook?
Yes.
I'm gonna share the link on Facebook. Are you my friend on Facebook?
I don't think I'm a friend of yours.
But
I can find you. Let's see.
I don't know why it's showing this one. The best way is actually just to go to YouTube and just to type Rich TV Live, and they'll see that we're live. That's the...
Yeah, why don't you do that and you can get the link there.
Yeah, that's the best way, just because I'm on multiple devices, so for me to get off, I'd have to get off the air right now, and
that's fine.
It would be making it
Let Zeph give me for it, but he can get it himself. Okay.
1 second here. Okay. So, yeah, so that would probably be the best thing to do. What I can try to do is share this right now. Let's see. How's everything been coming along?
Pretty good.
Yeah, you
We're moving things forward.
You feeling good today? You having a good day?
Yes. Having a good day. Yes, I am.
Awesome. Have you been hearing what's going on with Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's been nuts. I looked at putting some money in a few months ago. It's more than doubled in the last month or so.
Good for you, Rik. Hey, man, you're a sniper, my friend. I love that. I love hearing that stuff.
I should have 10 years ago at a penny.
Yeah, we all should have. We all should have. But you know what? It's better late than never, right?
Yeah.
Better late than never. Okay, hold on. So I'm going to actually share this right now. And I got it on my phone. 1 second. Let me share this. I'm sharing it on Facebook. So the live link is there. I'm going to share it on Twitter. I'll share it on Google. I'll share it everywhere. I'll share it on the app. So if you guys are in the app, you guys can get the link there too.
Yeah.
Did you guys find the link?
Yeah.
Perfect. Just sharing it right now.
Yeah.
As much as possible. Try to get as many people on as possible. All right, man. Just sharing that all over the universe. All right. Were you dancing to my music?
Yes, I was.
Well, let me put it back on. There you go. I like it. I like it. Yeah, Rik. Go, Rik. Go, Rik. You must have some big news. You look like you're in a good mood. So, since we've last talked, what's happening, man? What's going on? What type of breaking news? What type of updates? What type of exciting things can you let the people at home that are watching in over 50 countries worldwide know about your company?
Well, since we last talked, we've had 2 press releases that are 2 different aspects of the company. One is a completely new business model for us, which we hadn't discussed previously, and the other is pertaining to our multiple sclerosis drug. So the first press release we had last week, we talked about using our technology to actually defend our soldiers against nerve agents like sarin gas and VX gas. And this is in the news, especially because just recently these nerve agents were used in Syria.
That's
against
right.
the people of Syria.
Horrible.
Horrible. And also used in Malaysia as an assassination tool. So right now, people use soldiers use atropine as a defense against some of these weapons, but it's got short-term life. It isn't completely effective. We know that our drug defends our nerves and defends a specific receptor in our nerves. And that receptor happens to be the one that's targeted by these nerve agents. So we've been talking to some people at the NIH and the Department of Defense about utilizing our technology to actually defend our systems and our soldiers against any kind of nerve agent, organophosphate nerve agent, specifically sarin and VX. So we've now worked on some intellectual property around that, filed provisional patents. Wow. And we do believe that this could be something really big for the company, especially with the budget we know as far as the Department of Defense is actually the only budget that's increasing. And wow. So this is, this could be something big for the company in the near future.
Absolutely. I think anything that you can do that is around defense right now, in a state of so much turmoil where the whole world is anticipating World War III, I mean, yeah, you guys are on the precipice of something huge. This is incredible news. Very excited about this. You got to get that contract, man. You got to get that contract. You got to get that shit patented, man. You got to get that patented. That's huge. That is huge. I love it. And not just the fact that, I mean, just the fact that it's deterring something so horrible. I think it's also kind of got a nice cause and effect aspect to it as well, from that perspective.
Yeah, understand that we know what we're doing when we're protecting the nerves of people with neurologic disease, especially in multiple sclerosis. And if we could actually protect the nerves in healthy individuals as well, that's a slam dunk.
Absolutely.
And especially, there's some crazy people out there. Who knows who else is getting a hold of things like sarin and VX. And so if we can make that readily available, we need to do it ASAP.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now,
okay, so the second press release we had was just this week. We've been working with our multiple sclerosis drug, and last year we got orphan designation for pediatric multiple sclerosis, and we've been working to move toward clinical studies, working with the FDA, working with principal investigators. But one of the things people need to understand is when you're moving into clinical studies, one of the things you have to do is actually produce the drug. You need to scale up manufacturing, and that's a key indicator with the FDA as well. They want to know that if and when your drug gets approved, you're able to actually make the drug in a standardized fashion, at least enough drug to satisfy the patient population. And this is key because there have been drugs approved in the past where after approval, the companies were unable to make the drug, at least in any kind of quantity. And so we know that that's going to be an issue moving forward. Understand that we use alpha cobra toxin, which is a component of cobra venom. There are not enough cobras in the world to be able to get enough cobra toxin to deal with all the neurologic disease out there, even all the MS patients. So we announced a few months ago that we were cloning the genes for the alpha cobra toxin, and we did that successfully. And the next step is to scale up production of the drug recombinantly, the same way they kind of make insulin and other proteins, is we'll make it through fermentation. And to
hold on. You got to rewind here because you're blowing my mind. You're blowing my mind. Hold on. I have a very simple mind. I'm a very simple guy. So So because there is a lack of cobra venom, you're saying you cloned the cobra venom?
We clone the genes.
Genes.
In much the same way they make insulin. They used to get insulin from pigs. And it was such a cumbersome process. So what they do is they take the genes that code for the protein, the insulin, and they grow those genes in bacteria, E. coli bacteria. Then they grow the bacteria in fermenting tanks, and the bacteria makes the drug, and then you extract it out. So a lot of drugs are actually made for fermentation today, especially peptide-based drugs. And so we're doing the same thing. We've cloned the genes, so now we have the actual genes for the drug. We're putting that into bacteria, and now we've done a collaboration with the University of Maryland scale-up facility to actually scale up production of the drug for clinical study. And we announced that this week as well.
Wow. That's absolutely incredible. That is huge. Congratulations, man. That is absolutely huge for the company. Those are two huge press releases. And I'm super excited to see where you guys are going. And I really, really hope you can get the first one with the National Defense lockdown, because I think that will be an enormous contract for you guys moving forward. I think that has huge scalability potential. And then this second one here that you're talking about, I mean, this is just revolutionary. This is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we've been ready for these trials for a while. Now it's all about jumping through the hoops for the FDA, getting the IND meeting out of the way, getting into the clinical studies. And over the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to have a lot of press about the phase 2 studies and moving forward pediatric multiple sclerosis. We're the only drug ever even looked at that can reverse the symptoms of multiple sclerosis. Every other drug out there slows the forward progression of the disease. But we've actually seen patients reverse the symptoms of the disease over time with our drug with almost no side effects. And we think that's going to be borne out in a phase 2 clinical study.
Wow. That's absolutely incredible. That's absolutely incredible.
Yes, it is. Tell everybody.
What? Oh, yeah, we're going to let everybody know. Now, why don't you kind of give people a perspective like at home? How does this impact your company? Like,
today, it's just about moving the needle.
Today, we just heard about 2 huge, new, exciting pieces of news that is really going to impact NPHC, Nutra Pharma Corp. How does this impact your company? How does this change your company? Or how does this enhance your company? How does this make your company better? How is this news better for your company than it was a month ago? From that perspective, just kind of for an investor to understand what this means for you. Like you just mentioned that it moves the needle. Can you put that in perspective for an investor?
Understand, a patent is only worth what you can monetize that patent for. So we have lots of intellectual property. We have lots of clinical studies that we've done. But the patents themselves, what are they worth? Well, they're worth exactly what they will be worth when a drug is produced and either sold or licensed. So we already sell a pain drug for humans, naloxone, and a pain drug for pets, Pet Pain Away. And so that patent is obviously monetized. We're using it to make pain drugs that we're selling over the counter, and we're trying to grow those markets. But the patents we have for our antiviral platform, the patents we have for our neurologic platform, our autoimmune platform, they haven't really been monetized yet because we're still in the process of proving ourselves. Every step we get toward proving that we have a viable drug that could be licensed or sold makes the company more valuable. It actually gives value to that intellectual property. We really believe that we're going to be in a phase 2 study in the next 6 to 12 months. When we're in that study, that is the next milestone, and that puts the company at a higher level in a sanctioned phase 2 study under the FDA. At that point, we actually will be a target for licensure, where we can talk to a much larger partner in the multiple sclerosis space about potentially licensing our drug. We've already been in talks with all these companies. They want to see phase 2 data, or at least us in an active phase 2. And who knows what can happen then. On our last interview, I talked about amylin. It's one of my favorite stories. Amylin Pharmaceuticals had a drug from Gila monster venom, just like our drug is from cobra venom. And their Gila monster venom drug was for diabetes. And no one really looked at the company. It was trading between 18 cents. When they went into the phase 2 study, they went as high as 80 cents a share. But they really couldn't get anyone to look at the company. It was a small company struggling. And then they published their phase 2 data. And after the phase 2 data was published and was successful, they were given over $350 million from Eli Lilly for 50% of the domestic rights of the drug, 80% of the international rights. Their stock went to $18 in a few weeks, and eventually they got bought out. But it was a huge coup getting through that phase 2 study, and I think we're going to see something similar with Nutra Pharma.
And you believe that this phase 2 study is 12 months away, you're saying?
We'll be in the phase 2 study within the next 6 to 12 months. It's up to the FDA of how short the duration of that study will be. Most MS studies tend to be really long, at least 12 to 18 months, but that's because the drugs are so ineffective. It takes a long time to prove anything. Our drugs seem to be highly effective. I think we can prove our point within 6 months, but that's up to the FDA. So as we work with the FDA to put these trials together, we'll see exactly how long they'll take. Wow.
That's incredible. Well, you got me excited. I mean, just to think, we're talking about a company that is got multiple patents, is obviously working in so many different streams, so many different fields, so many different areas, and the stock is under a penny.
It's not even the value of the stock; it's a market value. I mean, we're trading at the lowest market value we've ever had. We are sitting on inventory right now in our warehouse that's worth over $2 million at retail, and our market value is less than that. Wow. So that just tells you how undervalued we are. We have physical inventory that's worth more than our market value.
Let me ask you a question: Would you ever do a reverse split?
Yeah, I mean, we have done a reverse split in the past. I don't think we really need to do a reverse split now. There has to be a reason for it, whether it's an uplisting or an acquisition or something like that. So right now, I don't see a need to do a reverse split. But who knows? If we get the stock starts moving in the right direction, we get the stock moving with the market value where it needs to be, we might have to do a reverse split in the future. But right now, I don't see a need for it.
The reason why I ask that is for a lot of investors, especially when stocks get to like the 003 section, they're thinking, okay, is this CEO going to reverse the stock on me? And if you say, like, no, we don't want to reverse the stock, and we've talked about this, we're eliminating our debt, that's why it's getting beaten up. We're focused on the company organically. We're focusing on building the business. And we believe the stock price will represent that as we move along. And essentially, it will. Because, I mean, you don't see too many bulletin board companies like you fully reporting, up to date on their financials, fully transparent, generating, not huge revenue, but starting to generate revenue, eliminating debt, trading at 003. You just don't see it. So I've been in the industry for a long time, and I believe you are undervalued. I believe you are underappreciated. I believe your stock is extremely underexposed. I do not know why you're not getting the interest or the visibility that you deserve. So what I want to do is explain to the investors, guys, take a look at this company, NPHC. It is extremely undervalued. It is extremely underappreciated. It is extremely underexposed. Now, if somebody wants to make an investment directly into the stock, would they be able to make an investment directly into your company, or do they have to buy it in the open market?
Yeah, we're not doing private placements now because we're just so undervalued. We can't set the price here.
Okay.
So my suggestion is go out and buy in the open market. You know, try
There you
to
go.
suck up as much as you can. You know, the more stock that's out of the float, the better it is for everybody.
Absolutely. And guys, think about it. You know, Rik just talked about a company that was going through the same process that NPHC is going through, went through the process, small company, went from 18 cents to 80, and then from 80 cents to $18. And we're not suggesting that NPHC is going to go to $18, but even if it went to a couple dollars from where it is today, I think that that would make us very, very rich.
I can only agree with that. It's just numbers.
And that's what it's all about. I mean, in the penny stock field, it's all about looking for that home run. Let's be honest. The reason why people buy penny stocks is they're looking for the home run. If you're going to look to make 5-10% spread, you might as well buy big board stocks. They're safer. They're moving. The markets are at all-time highs. You might as well just focus on those. But if you want to make 100% returns, 200% returns, 500% returns, 1,000% returns, 10,000% returns, or higher, you need to buy penny stocks. That's just the way it goes. Or you need to be buying Bitcoin. Those are the only two things that I know that are moving at those levels right now. Those are the only things that have that potential. At NPHC, when I look at your stock and then I see that QB beside it, I'm totally confused.
Yeah.
Because I look at it like a huge opportunity.
Yeah, we've always tried to run the company as if we're already NASDAQ listed or Amex listed. You know, we have independent directors. We have a code of ethics on our website. We're fully reporting, fully transparent. So we've always tried to run the company as if we were already on the big boards because that's our expectation. You know, at some point, we're either going to get huge revenues in our over-the-counter products and get recognition for that, or we're going to be able to get one of these drug products through the pipeline and get a license to a big partner, in which case we're going to see some real valuation. And when that happens, we want to be ready to be able to uplist without any issues.
I think that what it comes down to, like, honestly, I really like your company, Rik. I think you guys are doing a really good job. We got to get you off the OTCQB, man. We just got to, like you said, we got to get you uplisted, whether it's the Amex or the New York Stock Exchange. Those would be my two preferred markets for your company, just because the NASDAQ, it gets shorted with impunity. And I wouldn't want to see this get listed and then get delisted. I believe that the New York or the Amex would be, even though with pharma, NASDAQ is a great place to be, let's be honest. But I just believe for safety purposes, for longevity purposes, either the Amex or the NASDAQ small cap would be a great place to be listed, where you would be able to get a lot of institutional funding, you would be able to get a lot of real money at the table. And at these levels, I just believe your company, it just, to me, something doesn't make sense as to why you're a 003. Because when I see QB, I see at least you should be at least at 5 to 10 cents for me. That's just what I feel. Like, I feel like this is grossly undervalued. That's my opinion. I just don't see QB companies trading under a penny very often. So
yeah, well, the mechanism is pretty clear. We took a lot of convertible debt when we needed it. The sales we expected didn't come through when they should have, and that all that convertible debt converted, and it continues to convert. And I see a light at the end of the tunnel. I think we're almost out of this. And when we do get out of that toxic cycle of conversion and sale, I think we'll be able to bounce back nicely. But up until now, we've just been crushed by the converters. And, you know, I hope some of these guys, some of these converters are actually watching this and say, maybe it's a good idea to hold on to some of the stock. You don't have to sell and make your tiny spread. If you have any belief whatsoever in what we're talking about in the company, hold on to the stock and see it appreciate. Make a lot more money for your investment.
For sure. I'll tell you right now, I think that you are at least 10 times undervalued right now. Just based on everything that I look at, just because I look at companies every day, I talk to companies every day, I think you guys are grossly undervalued. I mean, I would probably have to put you guys at least at 5 to 10 cents right now. Just because you're on the bulletin board. Just because you're on the bulletin board. Just because of that. I mean, most bulletin board stocks have to be over a penny, don't they?
Yeah, you have to trade over a penny over a period of time. Yes.
So,
So
I mean, we got to get you over a penny. So, guys, this has to go over a penny. Understand, this company has to be over a penny. So, and Rik, I can show you where if we have to reverse this to $3 to $5 to really bring in real institutional funding, we can show you how we can do it and protect all the investors with convertible preferred shares, issue everybody convertible preferred shares so that they never get affected by a reverse split. Because anybody that has convertible preferred shares is anti-dilutive. So if the company does a reverse split, they are protected. And what we could do is we could reverse this right up to like $3 to $5 so we can get you some real money. Big money. It's maybe something we should talk about. Because I just don't think you should be trading at 003.
Yeah. Again, I don't look at stock price as much as I look at market value. We've had independent people come in and say that at a minimum, with the over-the-counter products we have that are registered and out there selling, with the intellectual property we have, with the clinical studies we've already completed, the clinical and preclinical studies, at a minimum, we should have a market value of $50 to $60 million. And we're sitting here in the toilet, at $1 million, $1.5 million market value, which means at least 50 times where we are right now. So the stock certainly should be 20 cents, 25 cents a share, just based on our intellectual property and what we have today.
So hold on for a second. Hold that thought for a second. Hold that thought. Did you guys hear that? Rik is saying that the stock should be at least at 25 cents based on the IP, the intellectual properties that NPHC has alone. And the stock is sitting right now at 003. Fully reporting, bulletin board company, up to date on their financials, up to date on their audits, up to date on everything, fully transparent, no skeletons in the closet. Sitting at 003. What else as investors are we looking for, really, than these types of grand slam opportunities? This to me is a grand slam wrapped up as a present, just saying, buy me. And we're going to have to work together, Rik, and we're going to work together to fix this. I promise you this. We're going to fix this.
Okay, well, we have a sexy story. The more people that hear it, the better. We have a pain drug from Cobraven. We have neurologic drugs for MS. We have antiviral drugs for HIV and herpes. And now we've just announced that we have an anti-nerve agent, potential anti-nerve agent product. So this is huge upon huge. This is stuff everybody should be looking at. And I've said this for years. We deserve to be out there in the news to tell people this story, and as many people as possible should own the stock.
I agree. And especially when you can buy it at 003. There's another stock that was trading at 0025 7 years ago. Symbol is BTC. I think today it's trading at about $2,400. It's called Bitcoin. And if you bought $5 worth of Bitcoin 7 years ago, you would be worth $4.4 million today. So I'm just giving you guys a little bit of food for thought. Let's just, compare NPHC to Bitcoin. Maybe 7 years from now, you guys might be trading at $2,400 a share. And maybe some of you guys at home could stash away a couple $100 of NPHC, and who knows where it's going to be 7 years from now.
I think just compare us to other biotechs. I already mentioned Amylin, but Amgen is the world's largest biotech company. In 1986, it was a penny a share, and they were struggling. So again, I'm not saying we're the next Amgen, but even a fraction of the success that Amgen had in the same kind of market space, we could see some real multiples from where we are now.
Absolutely. 100%. Well, I love what you're doing, Rik. I love the news. Keep up the good news. If there's anything else you ever want to break to the people, please come join us. Let's break it live on Rich TV Live. Let's talk to the people. Let's educate the people. Let's continue to show the people the progress that you're doing live and in real time. And we'll be watching and we'll continue to tell your story. And you know what? I'm going to be thinking about positioning myself as well and really buying some stock and just holding long term, because I just don't see too many bulletin board stocks sitting at 003, period, end of story. So I just think that have a real business, that have real products, that have real revenues, and I just feel like you guys are grossly undervalued and have huge upside potential. So keep up the great work. We'll be watching. We'll be listening. We'll be telling your story. And like I said, if you ever need any more exposure or you want to go live, I don't care if it's 5 p.m., I don't care if it's 5 a.m., I don't care if it's Sunday, I don't care if it's Monday, I don't care if it's Friday. We're here for you, man. We're here for you.
Sounds great. Let me just tell anyone who's listening, if you haven't signed up already, go to nutrapharma.com. On the left side of the page, you can sign up for our press releases and newsletters. Just add a name and an email address, and then you'll be the first to get the news when it comes out. And we have a lot of exciting things happening. We're registering naloxone in about 16 countries right now, so we expect a lot more sales of naloxone in the next 12 months.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. So on that thought, so you're registering 16 countries. How many countries are you in right now?
Right now, we're only fully registered in the U.S. and India.
So you're in 2, and you're going to be scaling up to 16. That is huge, Rik. Huge.
Yeah, we've already announced Canada, and we're almost done in Canada. But we're all throughout Central and South America. We're looking all through Asia right now. We've already sampled products in Singapore, and China, and Thailand, and Taiwan. We have a lot of interest in naloxone and in pet pain away. So over the next several months, you're going to see a lot more distributors and distribution throughout the world. And that's going to mean a lot to the bottom line of the company, with the goal by the end of the year to have at least enough revenue to be basically cash positive. But we'll see as that goes. I certainly don't want to make any promises pre-sales, but like I said, we're really pushing naloxone. We've just redone the naloxone website. If people go to naloxone.com, there's a whole new website for it. So we're going to generate our own in-house sales through our website and e-commerce. So just sign up for our newsletter. Get the news. There's a lot of exciting things happening.
That is absolutely huge. I'm super excited for you guys. Keep up the great work. And you know what? We will be watching. And we'll continue to tell your story. And we'll be watching it every single day. And for those of you guys that are watching, you guys need to go out there and do your due diligence on NPHC. If you want to contact Rik, feel free to contact him directly. Him and his people are working 24/7 to make this company bigger, make this company better. Please get in contact with Rik. He's easy to talk to, very friendly guy, loves to dance on our show, okay? Likes to have a lot of fun. And this company is going places, guys, like he said. They are currently in 2 countries. They're working on getting into 16 countries with a product that is already patented. This is huge. So, guys, do your research. NPHC, it's a winner. It's got chicken dinner written all over it. All right, Rik. I'll give you some time to dance right now. Here you go. We'll give you the floor. Okay, guys. Rik, thanks for joining us, my friend. You keep bringing the news, my friend. You keep working hard. That's a CEO that works hard, my friends. And look, he's buying Bitcoin too. He dances. He gets FDA approval. He buys Bitcoin. This is a true sniper right here. It's true.
Thanks for having me, Rich.
All right, Rik. Please, anytime you want to come to the people, we'll be watching. The people are watching. And we have spoken. Rik has spoken. Rich has spoken. NPHC. Ooh, yeah. We love NPHC. Put it on your watch list. Put it on your radar. Maybe even buy some. What do you think? What do you think, Rik? Good idea?
I think it's a great idea. Nathan, Peter, Harry, Charlie. NPHC.
NPHC. Nathan, Peter, Harry, Charlie. All right, Rik. I'll let you go back to work, buddy.
Thanks.